friends, welcome to Solar Mama's ABCs of Solar Energy, where we're breaking down solar power one letter at a time. I'm Solar Mama, and today our letter is U for utility. Sometimes when people hear the word utility, they think of the company that sends them the bill for electricity, water, or gas. But utilities do a lot more than just bill you. In this episode, we're going to break down what utilities are, how they're involved in solar energy, and why they matter to the future of clean power. My hope by the end of this episode is you'll have a strong understanding of what a utility company actually does, how utilities are adapting to solar power, the different programs utilities offer to support solar, real-world examples of how utility scale solar works, the benefits and challenges of utility involvement in solar, and what role they play in having a cleaner energy future. Are you ready? Let's get started. So what is a utility? A utility is an organization, usually a company, that provides a public service like electricity, water, natural gas, or telecommunications. In this episode, we're going to focus on the specifics when it comes to electric utilities because that's what's most involved when it comes to solar power. Electric utilities are responsible for generating electricity, delivering it through the grid, making sure it reaches homes and businesses safely and reliably. Some utilities are owned by investors, others are publicly owned, and some are cooperatives that are owned by customers. Whether private or public, it is their job to ensure that electricity is available 24/7 in all kinds of weather and at an affordable rate. So let's go over how utilities traditionally worked. Historically, electrical utilities generated power from large centralized sources like coal, natural gas, nuclear plants, and large hydroelectric dams. They then sent that power through transmission lines to substations, and from there to your home or business. It was a one-way system. Energy was produced in one place and consumed somewhere else. Customers didn't generate their own electricity. The utility did all the work. But that's changing now because of solar. Solar energy allows electricity to be generated locally. So right on rooftops, in your own backyard, even on an empty land in the form of a solar farm. This shift towards distributed energy means the utilities no longer control 100% of the power generation. People can now generate their own electricity, but utilities are still very much involved. So there's two very different types of solar we're gonna go over today, which is utility scale solar versus rooftop solar. We're going to start with rooftop solar. You typically see this on homes and businesses. It's owned or leased by individuals or companies. When your roof has solar panels, you're producing power right where it's being used. Then there's utility scale solar. These are large solar farms built and operated by utility companies or third-party providers. They can cover hundreds or thousands of acres and generate electricity for tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of customers. Both types are important, but utilities are mostly involved in the utility scale solar, as well as managing how rooftop solar fits into the grid. So why do utilities invest in solar? There are several reasons, starting with cost. Solar prices have dropped significantly over the last decade. In many cases, solar is now the cheapest form of new electricity generation. The next one, policy and regulation. Many state and federal laws now require utilities to include a certain percentage of renewable energy in their mix. Next reason, public demand. Customers increasingly want clean energy. Utilities are responding by adding more solar to their portfolio. The last reason, grid resiliency. Solar, especially when combined with battery storage, can help make the grid more reliable during heat waves, storms, or even equipment failures. So how does utility solar actually work? Let's do a basic overview. Solar panels collect sunlight and convert it into electricity. That electricity is sent through inverters, which change it from DC, direct current, to AC, alternating current, the type we use in homes. The electricity then moves into the power grid where it's distributed to customers. Utilities monitor the flow of the electricity, making sure there's enough supply to meet demand at all times. A solar farm with a capacity of 100 megawatts can typically provide power for around 20,000 homes. Larger ones, like a 300 megawatt facility, can power maybe 200,000 homes annually. Utilities don't just build solar farms. They also offer programs for customers to participate in, even if they can't install the panels themselves. Here's some key examples, starting with net metering, which we did discuss net metering at length in my other video for letter N. But if you have rooftop solar, net metering allows you to send back the extra electricity back to the grid and get the credit on your bill. This helps offset your cost and makes solar more affordable. The second example, community or shared solar. Not everyone qualifies or has a good roof for solar panels. That's where shared solar comes in. Utilities or developers build a solar farm and customers can subscribe to a portion of it. They receive credits on their electric bill based on their share of the solar energy produced. The next example, green tariffs. Some utilities let customers pay a little bit more each month to ensure their electricity comes from renewable sources like solar or wind. This helps fund more clean energy projects. So how do utilities balance solar with the grid? One of the biggest challenges with solar energy is that it's intermittent. It only produces power when the sun is shining. That means utilities have to balance solar with other energy sources to make sure that the supply is there to meet the demands. They use forecasting tools to predict solar output, battery storage to save solar power for later, flexible power plants like natural gas that can ramp up when needed, and smart grid technologies to manage everything in real time. In a way, utilities act like air traffic controllers, managing a lot of different sources and making sure electricity flows safely where it's needed. So what are the benefits of utility solar? Starting with scale, utilities can build larger projects more efficiently at a lower cost scale per unit of energy. Then access. People who rent or live in apartments can still participate in having clean energy through shared programs. Then reliability. Utilities have the tools and experience to manage the grid safely. Then you have affordability. Utility scale solar projects can lead to lower costs for customers. So here's a real example. In 2024, a Texas utility launched a 300 megawatt project and now produces over 600 gigawatt hours per year, enough to power over 200,000 homes. This one project alone prevents about 400,000 tons of CO2 emissions per year, which is roughly equivalent to planting 20 million trees. Projects like this are happening across the country, anywhere from California to Georgia to New York. Of course, there are some challenges the utilities face, starting with grid upgrades. The grid wasn't originally built for two-way power flow. It takes time and money to modernize it. And there's policy uncertainty. Rules and incentives change, which make long-term planning difficult. There's the upfront costs, storage. So batteries are getting better, but storing solar power during the nighttime or cloudy days is expensive. Despite these challenges, utilities are still investing in solar because they look at it as a long-term solution. So what's next for utilities and solar? Utilities are expected to continue expanding solar along with wind, storage, and other clean technologies. According to the SEIA, utilities and other providers are aiming for 40% renewable electricity in the US by 2030, solar playing a big part of that. We'll likely see battery storage projects, virtual power plants, grid modernization, and smarter rate plans like time of use pricing. All of this helps the grid be more reliable, more flexible, and better suited for a world that solar energy is playing a big part of. So what's the big picture? Utilities are in a unique position. They manage the energy system from top to bottom, from where power is generated, how it's transmitted, to how it's billed. This makes them essential in the transition to clean energy. There are debates. Some argue that the utilities are moving too slowly, or that they resist the customer-owned solar. Regardless, they are no longer just delivering electricity. They're helping shape how it's generated, stored, and shared, and priced in the 21st century. So as solar energy grows, utilities will continue to evolve. So next time you flip a switch or plug something in, remember, whether it's coming from your roof or a nearby solar farm, utilities are the ones making sure that you get your power clean, reliable, and safely. So that's U for utility. Now you know exactly how it fits into the world of solar. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit the bell, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.